guys, what is Zinco here, and today I'm bringing you my Premier League predictions. So they're going to be, in my opinion, not based on stats or anything, because I don't know any of the stats, and I'm a pretty big Premier League fan. So let's get straight into it. If you didn't know, I really follow soccer, football, whatever. I really loved all European, all of that. So let's get into this. So the three that I have going down are Leicester, Norwich, and Watford. I think Watford's going to finish 20th, Norwich 19th, and Leicester, even though they made a miracle run in the end of the last season, I don't think they have what it takes, so I'm putting them in 18th. In 17th, we have Aston Villa. After losing Fabian Delph and Christian Benteke, I think they'll be in a lot of trouble but barely survive at number 17. At 16, we have Sunderland. Sunderland, not that strong of a side, but they were managed to survive last year, so I bet they can do it this year. In 15th, we have Newcastle. They had a bad season, and they might have a bad season this year, so I'm putting them at 15th. At 14th, there is a bit of a surprise. The newcomers, Bournemouth. I think they have great signings made in Distin and in the Ghanaian guy, what's his name? Atsu. So they've made really good signings, and Callum Wilson is just a beast in everything. So I think Bournemouth are going to finish 14th or somewhere around mid-table, lower bottom, but they're going to survive. At 13th, we have Everton. Everton, 2 years ago, actually, they were in Europa, and then they focused on Europa and not on the Premiership, and then they went down. So I have them at 13th. They're going to try to make their way up to 10th, 11th, even 9th, 8th, 7th, somewhere around there. And in front of Everton, we have West Brom. West Brom had a good season, but I don't think Saido Berahino will be there to stay next season. I think he will be sold. Doesn't know who, but I think Saido Berahino will not stay. So that's going to be a big hole, but they have lots of good talent around Saido Berahino that helped him. So I think they are going to finish at 12th. At 11th, we have Crystal Palace. Even though they have Yannick Bolasie, what's the keeper's name? I forget. But they have a good side, but I don't think they have what it takes to get up into the top ranks. And yeah, so I have them at 11th. At 10th, we have West Ham. So you would expect West Ham mid-table finish. That's what they do almost every year. They need to be in this, in the Premier League, so they can't get relegated until they get the Olympic Stadium, because they'll get more revenue, more money. Everything's going to go West Ham's way. At 9th, we have Stoke, who had an impressive season last year with Peter Crouch. He's going to score a bunch of headers. You know, Peter Crouch is going to score a bunch of headers. At 8th, we have Swansea, who did really well last year, breaking records in points. So I think they will stay at 8th, or were they 8th? I'm pretty sure they were. Above them, at 7th, we have Southampton, or Southampton. I don't know how they pronounce it, but Southampton did very well last year. People expected them to struggle, but they did really well, beating a lot of teams early, and they did very well. Their youth camp is amazing, and I think they will finish 7th, maybe on Europa League, who knows, it depends. At 6th, we have Liverpool. I know, Liverpool 6th. It's kind of a tradition. They just can't get in the Champions League until someone in the top 4 does really bad that season, or the Spurs just do very bad, which is not very likely anymore, ever since they lost Gareth Bale and stuff. So let's move on to the Spurs, who are in 5th, and they always finish 5th, don't they? They can never get in the Champions League, but I think the Spurs will not have Harry Kane by the end of September. I might be wrong, but I'm hoping that he won't, because Manchester United are looking to pick him up, and I hope he comes to Manchester. At 4th, we have Manchester City, who have lost a lot of players. They've lost their Frank Lampard, which is not a big deal, but I just don't think they have what it takes anymore. After signing Delph and Raheem Sterling, who are English players, in Man City they will stay in the Champions League, of course, but you never know what things happen like this. In third, I have Arsenal, which is kind of query. I think they're one of those top 3 teams that can challenge Chelsea for the title, or Man United, who knows. And I have them at third. At second, I have my favorite club, Manchester United. I think with Bastian Schweinsteiger, Memphis Depay, and just bring in one center back, maybe Otamendi or Ramos, and maybe bring back Ronaldo, we might win the league. But this year, I think we're going to finish second, and then maybe next year, we're going to finish first. And at the top, it's always got to be Chelsea. They have the strongest side in the league right now, and I think no one can compete with them yet. Manchester United and Arsenal are up there, so look out for that. But guys, that's going to be all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, and if you want to see more Premier League stuff, comment down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!